Father like Allah, Allah Hayna, Yahweh, by Shem, Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach, wa Malaki, by Shem, Hawa, Kakuras, Rakatham, the Waha, Baba, Baba, Kwam, Yasurak. Give honor to the apostles, elders, and bishops of great millstone, the teachers, baby. To the men out there teaching them likewise, doctrine and city, Shalom. Today we're going to get into these fires, man. And it's no secret. I mean, who's behind this? It's no secret because fires like that just don't start by themselves, and we got proof that they don't start by themselves. But see, this is the thing with Esau. Esau wants to play. He wants to be the wicked and be the hero at the same time, and it's just not working. You either gonna be one or the other. Now it's obvious that Esau is the wicked, but he still try to paint himself as I'm gonna save the day. But you created this mess, but you gonna save the day. How are you the hero when you started all this shit? See what I'm saying? It doesn't work. Either you are the hero or you are the villain. You can't play both sides. That's the dumbest thing I ever seen. That's why he's being caught up. That's why all his psyops are sloppy. Because whenever nobody goes to jail, nobody's held accountable, Esau is behind it. Why? Because of Job chapter 9, verse 24. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked, and cover the faces of the judges thereof, not where who is he. That's why so much wickedness is allowed, because wicked people are in charge. And demons protect demons. So no, there's gonna be no judgment. I mean, how can you expect wicked people to be righteous judges anyway? That's the dumbest thing I ever seen. And they have proven that they are not just. They don't know how to be just. They don't know how to be righteous. All they know is wickedness, lies, theft, robbery, murder, rape, pillage, take your land, oppress. That's all they know. So how can you expect the people, a genocidal nation with these qualities and characteristics, how can you expect them to be righteous judges? Now, let's get some videos real quick. I'm going to show you what I'm talking about. Now, let's go here. It says Canada wildfires create air quality emergency. Now, this news broadcast by David Muir, and he is an Amalekite, a Khazarian. He is one of those people over in our land saying that they are us. So you can expect nothing but lies from this man. Let's get it.
Good evening, and it's great to have you with us here on a Wednesday night. And we know millions of you are watching tonight indoors and trying to escape this toxic air outside. In fact, 115 million Americans across 16 states tonight under hazardous air warnings and alerts. All of this from the Canadian wildfires. This system locked in place, bringing toxic smoke down into the U.S. like a conveyor belt. Tonight here in New York City, the mayor now urging everyone in the city to stay inside if you can. The images are just stunning, the before and after. This is the before, the EarthCam webcam at the top of the Empire State Building, looking toward Brooklyn just 3 days ago. And this is the view tonight. The city's air quality today, the index that measures this, the worst in the world now.
See, this is why Esau is called the destroyer of worlds, because it's nothing to him to destroy. Okay? Now, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 31. And because we all know where this is headed. This is all headed, but this is all to control people. And once they get control of people, they get to exterminate whoever they want to exterminate. I guess that's what they're thinking. But the reality of this is Esau, Edom, the nation of Edom, is the only nation on the planet that is promised no mercy. It's the only nation on the planet who will be exterminated. And Edomites wonder why they're going to be exterminated, because they won't sit their ass down. They won't stop the wickedness. They won't stop the bullshit. They won't stop their mischief and lying about it and then try to paint themselves being the hero. They won't stop because they were created to be the wicked. Okay, this is 2 Maccabees chapter 7, verse 31. And though that has been the author of all mischief against the Hebrews shall not escape the hands of Yahweh. We all know what this is all geared toward. Proverbs chapter 11, verse 18, the wicked worketh a deceitful work, but to him that soweth righteousness shall be a sure reward. Yeah, that's all they're about, mischief, mischief, mischief. And then lying about it. That's what makes these people almost unbearable. That's why you got other Edomites of their own nation trying to leave this country because they are tired of Edomites. Edomites are tired of Edomites. Rock chapter 14, verse 7, and if he do it good, he do it unwillingly. And at the last, he will declare his wickedness. See? And he's declaring it now. Because all these little psyops, shit that's just happening. Don't nobody know what or why or when or where. It's Esau. Obadiah chapter 1, verse 2. Behold, I have made thee small among the heathen, thou art greatly despised. Everybody hates this man because he will not stop the bullshit. So the Lord said, okay, that's an easy fix. After they do 1,000 years of captivity, they're gonna be rounded up and exterminated because ain't nobody got time to watch you, Esau. Because that's all you do is mischief and wickedness. Matter of fact, let's get instead of watching you, every time we turn our back, you go to some mischief and lying about it. Anybody got time to watch you? Like you were just a badass kid. So the Lord said he's just gonna do away with you. And the earth is gonna rejoice. Now, as you can see from this photo right here, this man has declared war on everything. This man has declared war on the people, the air, through this wildfire, plus chemtrails. He declared war on water, deliberately contaminating the water and lying about it. He declared war on his own citizens. How you declare war on the citizens of your own country? That's a dumbass in rulership. And then lying about it. I mean, you just unbearable. This is the book of Micah, chapter 2, verse 1. Woe to them that devise iniquity and work evil upon their beds. When the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. Why? Because the earth was given to the hand of the wicked. Job chapter 9, verse 24. These people go to bed thinking about wickedness. They got think tanks thinking up wickedness. So the Lord is going to do away with you then. All wickedness will be eradicated out of the earth and we ain't got to worry about your stupid ass no more. Let's go.
Limited visibility affecting flights into New York. This plane landing at LaGuardia today. Ground stops for a time at all airports in the New York area, Philadelphia, Washington, D.C. too. New York's famous landmarks nearly invisible through the haze. Look at this tonight. You can barely see the Statue of Liberty there. The Christ.
And his people behind all this shit. Amalekites. Giving orders to these stupid ass Edomites over here. And they stupid enough to destroy their own country. I don't know who was more stupid, the elites or the people following the orders of these elites. It don't matter because all y'all will be done away with.
Building with the orange sky behind it. Outside Grand Central Station, a man wearing a mask to protect against the toxic air. In fact, so many now wearing masks again. Yankee Stadium is empty tonight. Major League Baseball has postponed games in New York and Philadelphia. And look at the map tonight. Over the next 24 hours, the smoke will continue to drift slowly down through the Northeast, the I-95 corridor, for days. The deepest red's there, the most concerning. The red area is considered unhealthy. The darkest purple and maroon there on the map labeled hazardous. That's of the highest concern tonight. This evening, the White House pressed on this situation, calling this another alarming example of the climate crisis.
See how they lie? Climate crisis. Now, y'all remember that, okay? This lying-ass Amalekite just said that it's due to a climate crisis. Remember that.
Rob Marciano timing this out. When does the system locked in place finally shift? And ABC's Trevor Ault leading us off here from New York.
Tonight, New York City's skyline looking a lot like Mars as that massive, ominous plume.
I didn't know what Mars looked like. They never been to Mars. See how they lie? They've never been to Mars, they've never been to the moon, and they ain't going. Just lie after lie after lie. That's all you can expect from these people. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10, let favor be shown to the wicked, yet will he not learn righteousness. He can't. In the land of uprightness will he deal unjustly and will not behold the majesty of the Lord. He cannot do righteousness. He just can't. It goes against his genetic code or something. The Lord has wired these people to do nothing but wickedness and lie about it.
Plume of wildfire smoke pours over the border. Millions of Americans are feeling its effects. From New York City to Philadelphia and D.C. and as far south as North Carolina and Georgia. Officials now warning families to stay indoors even if they're healthy. Everybody.
See, they're trying to gain control of the people again. They're trying to declare an emergency. They want you to stay in. They want you to wear masks. And this all this shit from 2019 all over again. Book of Sirach, chapter 10, verse 3. It's unwise king destroys his people, but through the prudence of them which are in authority, the city shall be inhabited. Psalm chapter 28, verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. See? Sirach chapter 14, verse 5. He that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? He shall not take pleasure in all his good. This man poisoning his own people. These Amalekites and Edomites are poisoning other Amalekites and Edomites. Yet you 2/3 black Christians expect this man to love you. This man, like the scripture said, he that is evil to himself, to whom will he be good? Y'all wake up one day, y'all gonna wake up FEMA camps, and it's gonna be too late. With a chip in your hand. Christians.
I don't care if you're 15, 55, or 85, everybody should be avoiding outdoor activities.
The images are stunning. The sun shrouded as it rose above Manhattan this morning. At Tuesday's Yankees game, stadium lights illuminating the thick haze. Late today, officials postponing tonight's games in New York and Philadelphia. This time lapse from EarthCam showing conditions growing even worse through the day. Lower Manhattan blanketed in orange. New York City now registering the worst air quality of any major city in the world. The air quality index, which is scaled from 1 to 500, with above 150 deemed unhealthy. This afternoon, New York City topped 400. By comparison, today, Delhi, India was around 160.
Now see how they try to scare you with numbers? It's like they try to scare you with numbers, false numbers, from the bug they created in the lab. Now, I'm not saying that these numbers are accurate or not. I'm just saying they use numbers to scare people. Just like back in when that bug was going around a couple years ago, you can Google any 4 or 5 digit number and it's gonna pop up the number of cases. See how they rig Google to give you false information, yet they're gonna try to charge us with misinformation. These people are the creators of misinformation. The reason they flag us is because they want to control the narrative. They don't want people to rat them out that they ain't shit. Psalm chapter 58, verse 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking like 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Let Satan get an advantage of us. We are not ignorant of his devices. We know who behind it, man.
Shanghai, China was around 125. The hazardous air here extending upstate to cities like Syracuse. So many once again donning the same masks they'd worn through the pandemic.
This could kill us. This could literally kill us.
That's the goal. If you ain't figured that out yet. See, these Edomites are so naive. They don't even know their own people. Now, you do have Edomites that they know what's going on. Now, whether they speak on it or not, I don't know. But you got some Edomites, they in the know as far as their own people's wickedness, but they don't know why. They don't know why these elites have chosen to destroy their own kingdom, because they think that they're gonna murder us too, and the Lord just gonna let them get away with it. See how foolish these people are? Delusional. And where is it? Isaiah chapter 32, verse 7. As for the scoundrel, his devices are evil. He plans wicked schemes. Ruin the poor with lying words, even when the plea of the needy is right. He don't care about righteousness. He wants his lies to stand.
These are very, very fine bits of matter that can get inhaled very deep into your lung tissue.
New York's governor calling this an emergency crisis. New York City's mayor urging
A crisis. See, that's them trying to play the hero after they the ones that started the fires. Edomites ain't shit. Let's go.
the entire city to stay indoors.
This is not the day to train for a marathon or to do an.
Now, you see this nigga, that's exactly what he is, because he's Esau's bitch as well. The elders always tell us never trust a so-called black man with a bald head and a bald face, because he got a hand up his ass from the elites telling him what to do and what to say. So he ain't shit. His soul has already been sold. So you can't trust these black people in politics. So don't put your faith in them, because they have sold out a long time ago. Let's go.
Outside event with your.
Look how he trying to make sure he reads his lines correctly. He got a hand up his ass. It's the Muppet Show all day.
Children.
The effects of breathing in the smoke's toxic particulates continuously are comparable to smoking up to a half a pack of cigarettes or more. And emergency rooms, worried about the cumulative impact from days of dangerous air, are now preparing for potential patients.
The more exposure folks have, the more likely it is that they'll be sick.
The low visibility even delaying flights in and out of New York City area airports. At one point, the average flight to LaGuardia delayed nearly 2 hours. More than 6 million acres have already burned in what's shaping up to be Canada's worst fire season on record. The White House.
Y'all saw the plane bringing the water. That's Esau trying to play the hero. This lying ass bitch, she done sold her soul a long time ago too. You can't trust Eve because she is connected to Esau. She is the White House press secretary. That's why the other one quit, because she couldn't take lying all the time, and she was an Edomite. But here come Eve, she with it because she is bound to Esau by the hip. This bitch will do whatever Esau tells her to do with no question.
House today pressed on the situation.
It is yet another alarming example of the ways in which the climate crisis is.
Y'all heard that? Climate crisis again. I told y'all this bitch will lie for Esau all day. This is Esau's lapdog, his little pit bull. And there's a lot of y'all out there. There's a lot of y'all Eves. That's Esau's lapdog. Now, y'all heard it from the first report, where earlier in this report, that Amalekite said that it was due to a climate crisis, right? This bitch just repeated the same thing, right? All right, remember that.
Disturbing our lives and our communities.
And with hundreds of fires still burning out of control, that smoke will just keep coming. And David, we just heard from New York City's mayor just moments ago. He reiterated the importance of trying to stay indoors and said if you have to go out, it's a good idea to have a mask. And we mentioned that air quality index, the 1 to 500 scale. Well, the mayor revealed this afternoon New York City topped out at 484.
Now, y'all see they insisted on people wearing the mask again, right? This is a Roman ritual, I believe, for people to keep silent. They don't want you communicating, so they make you wear a mask. This is an old Roman ritual. So there's nothing new under the sun. Esau, you are caught. You ain't shit. You ain't gonna be shit. You never been shit. You want to be the shit, but you ain't shit. And there's nothing you can do about it because the Lord made you shit. Let's go.
David. Well, that's just incredible. Trevor and the team, come on back inside. Thank you for that, Trevor.
Come on back inside. Like he cares. Man, you a fake Jew. Let's go. Now check this out. Does this look like a climate crisis to you? Fire control, Canadian Fire. Listen. Y'all see that, right? Mm-hmm. No climate crisis started this fire. It was Esau, Edom. The lying ass Amalekite said it was a climate crisis, and that White House press secretary Dick said the same thing. So Esau trying to play the wicked and the hero. I just want y'all to see that. Mm-hmm. Job chapter 13, verse 4. But ye are forgers of lies, your all positions are no value. Let's get Psalms 58:3 again. The wicked are estranged from the womb, they go astray as soon as they be born speaking lies. 2 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 11. Let's get it again. Let saints get an advantage of us. We're not ignorant of his devices. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 25. A true witness desireth souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. Psalm chapter 5, verse 9. But there's no faithfulness in their mouth. Their inward part is very wickedness. Their throat is an open sepulchre. They flatter with their tongue. Psalm chapter 7, verse 4. Behold, he travaileth in iniquity. He have conceived mischief and brought forth falsehood. You saw you ain't true. You said you too old to be lying like a little child. But you are a child. The Bible calls you a child, and it calls you a fool. Huh? That's spirit right there. Job chapter 30, verse 8. They were the children of fools. Yeah, children of base men. They were violent in the earth. Let's keep going. Sirach chapter 12, verse 10. Never trust thine enemy, for like his iron rusted, so is his wickedness. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice, but when the wicked bear rule, the people mourn. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 17. He that is angry dealeth foolishly, and the man of wicked devices is hated. Proverbs chapter 14, verse 25. A true witness delivers souls, but a deceitful witness speaketh lies. Psalm chapter 31, verse 18. Let the lying lips be put to silence, which speak grievous things proudly and contemptuously against the righteous. Psalm chapter 52, verse 3. Thou lovest evil more than good, and lying rather than speak righteousness a lie. They love lying. They hate being called a liar. See the insanity of Esau? He loves to lie, but hate being called a liar. He loves to murder, but hate being called a murderer. He loves to steal, but hate being called a thief. He has all the characteristics of Esau Edom, but he hates being called Esau Edom. James 1 and 8 all day. A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways. Job chapter 15, verse 35. They conceive mischief and bring forth vanity, and their belly prepareth mischief. See what else is there. Yeah, this man know he running out of time. He's desperate. He's telling desperate lies. Anything to get a reaction. Job chapter 14, verse 5. Seeing his days are determined, the number of his months are with thee. Thou hast appointed his bounds that he cannot pass. You know he's running out of time. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 10, but I have made Esau bare, I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. His seed is spoiled, and his brethren, his neighbor, and he is not. That's because he the one doing the spoiling. Spoiling means to rob. Luke chapter 8, verse 17. For nothing is secret that shall not be made manifest, neither anything hid that shall not be known and come abroad. All your secrets coming out. You can't hide nothing. Jeremiah chapter 49, verse 7. Concerning Edom, thus saith the Lord of hosts, is wisdom no more unto mine? Is their counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? They looking sloppy. Sloppy lies, desperate lies. Speaking of lies, Isaiah chapter 28, verse 15. Because ye have said, we have made a covenant with death, and with hell are we at agreement. When the overflow and scourge shall pass through, it shall not come unto us. See how they lie to themselves? Ain't that gonna happen to us. The Lord ain't gonna do nothing. For we have made lies our refuge, and under falsehood have we hid ourselves. And that's literal, because they claim every nationality except for Edom. They think if they move to Africa, they're South African now. No, your nationality does not change. Your nationality is not based on where you live. Your nationality is based on your bloodline, period. And your bloodline is determined by your father, not your mother. You are your father's seed. Numbers chapter 118. It's not determined by your mother. That's a lie Esau gave you. Psalm chapter 73, verse 5. They are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Why? Because of Job chapter 9, verse 44. The earth is given to the hand of the wicked. Because the faces of the judges thereof is not where it is. Psalm chapter 73. Start at verse 6. Therefore, pride compasseth them about as a chain, violence covered them as a garment. Yeah, where they go, somebody dies, but nobody goes to jail when they get in their feelings. Verse 7, their eyes stand out with fatness, they have more than the heart could wish. That's a covetous man. And the Bible speaks of a covetous man being wicked, being the most wicked. Let me see if I can find it. For example, Bill Gates. Buying up all the farmland, not because he's going to use it, because he don't want you to have it. That's covetous. Let me see if this is here. It's not here. I'm gonna find it sometime. But let's go to see, get Micah 2 and 2. And they covered fields and take them by violence, and houses and take them away. So they oppress a man in his house, even a man in his heritage. Now setting a forest on fire, where to the point where you can't come outside. That's the same thing as this. Yeah, this man wicked as hell. Let me see. Uh, I don't want to see it. I don't want to. This, well, this applies. Jeremiah chapter 22, verse 17. For thine eyes and thine heart are not but for thy covetousness, and for to shed innocent blood, and for oppression, and for violence to do it. That's one of them. Psalm chapter 10, verse 3. For the wicked boasteth of his heart's desire, and blessed the covetous, whom the Lord abhorreth. I think that's the one I was looking for. Yeah, they think just because they stealing everything and lying about the Lord is on their side. No, the Lord's setting you up so he can chop your head off at the end. Psalm chapter 28, verse 3. Draw me not away with the wicked, and with the workers of iniquity, which speak peace to their neighbors, but mischief is in their hearts. They're gonna set a fire and try to play the hero. Esau, you ain't shit. And you know you ain't shit. Psalm chapter 55, verse 20. He hath put forth his hands against such as be at peace with him. He hath broken his covenant. That's why I said never trust thine enemy, for like his iron wrestle, so is his wickedness. You don't believe me? Ask the Indians. They broke over 500 covenants alone. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 12. If a ruler hearkens to lies, all his servants are wicked. Presidents, governors, mayors, all of them spreading the same lie. Isaiah chapter 29, verse 15. Woe unto them that seek deep to hide their counsel from the Lord, and their works are in the dark. And they say, who seeth us and who knoweth us? See, they think people ain't on to them. Ecclesiastes chapter 8, verse 11. Because sin is against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore, the hearts of the sons of men is fully set on them to do evil. See? They think the Lord is with this bullshit because they haven't got punished yet. Key word is yet. You got Edomites over here making videos crying because they can't leave the country. You got Edomites over in Russia crying because they can't leave Russia because Putin just, I think he's about to reinstate a draft. And if you don't join their military, you can get up to 10 years in prison. The same thing is coming here. I don't know if it's gonna be to that extreme or not, but I do know that Biden plans to activate the reserves. For all you people loving this country, getting this free money, thinking you're getting over, no. It's time to pay it back with your life. Because if you go to the valley of your house of fat, you ain't coming back alive. You come back in a box. If they can find your body to bring it back. Yeah, y'all done fucked up. Trust in Esau. Now you gotta go over here and die. You gotta go to the valley of Jehoshaphat to die or be in prison. That's the wickedness of Esau Edom. That they will be shown to the wicked, yet will not learn righteousness. The land of uprightness will he deal unjustly, and will not behold the majesty of the Lord Yahweh. Isaiah chapter 26, verse 10. I always tell y'all, you can't expect the wicked to be righteous judges. It's impossible. That's not balanced. Psalm chapter 58, verse 2. Yet in heart ye work wickedness, ye weigh the balance of your hands in the earth. That's why Esau is called the destroyer of worlds. This man has set a whole forest on fire. This man will bomb innocent civilians, destroy the water, destroy the air, destroy the planet, destroy the animals, destroy the plants, destroy the people, and he will not lose sleep behind it. But that's all right, Esau. Galatians 6 and 7. Be not deceived, the house not mocked, for whatsoever a man soweth, that shall he also reap. Bruh, you gotta read. You got so much to read. I mean, if you're an Edomite, only thing we can tell you, just like the elders tell you, go out, have your fun while you can. Go out and do your drugs, do all the rape, rob, murder you want to do all the wickedness you want to do, because this is gonna be the last time you get to do it. We can get one more and close. Points been made. You know who started this fight. It's like we know who behind all of the shit that don't nobody go to jail for. Psalm chapter 73, verse 17. Until I went into the sanctuary of Yahweh, then understood I their end. Meaning, when you start to understand the truth of this Bible, you know that regardless of what Esau does or says, his final destination is captivity for 1,000 years and then extermination from the face of the planet. So do all the wickedness you want to do, homie, because it's gonna be your last time. Because the next 1,000 years is gonna be hardcore slavery. The only genocidal race on this planet that's promised no mercy. And the only genocidal race on this planet that's gonna be exterminated. So, to answer your question, Edomites, this is one of the many reasons you will be exterminated. Call Allah Yulad, Hayanawa Yahweh, by Shum Yahweh Shah, Hamashiach, Mawalaki, by Shum Hawa, Kakarak, by Thumb, Water, by the Baba, Point Yasrawa, Sherman.